Yeah, to the next speaker. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Nigeria and the world. Again. My name is Oluwagbemisola Anaogumefu. Again. I am still Nigerian anyways, but I'm not here to tell you about that. Before I go on into what I want to talk about, let me ask you to do something for me quickly. If you have a notebook and a pen or your phone, let's quickly do this exercise, everyone. Okay. Yes, thank you. I need you to note down 4 people that you love most in your life. 4 people that you love most in your life. Let's note them down quickly. I would like everyone to participate. For those online, watching us online, please participate also, and you can put the response on our chat box. Yes, you can comment your response. Thank you so much. 4 people that you love most in your life. Are we ready? Okay, I'm still waiting. If you don't have a pen or paper, you can make use of your phone. Use a note on your phone. 4 people that you love most in your life. Please don't delete it when you're done. Keep it, because we'll look at it later. This is like a pretest. Don't mind me, I'm a teacher. It is in my blood. It's a pretest, so let's just take note of the 4 people that we love most in our lives. Are we ready now? Yes. Okay, who would like to share? Okay, thank you so much. 4 people that you love most.
Okay, so 4 people that I love most in my life.
Okay, number 1, God.
Yes.
God is not a man that you should lie.
So God.
I'll keep God somewhere. Let's keep God on one side. Okay, yes.
I can't take him out of the picture.
Okay, no, I'm not taking him out of the picture. The Bible says God is not a man, so he's not a people.
Okay. Then my family.
Okay, your family, okay.
Myself.
God, your family, yourself.
Myself.
Okay, yes.
Myself. So there's nothing you want to
Yes,
say.
God,
Myself,
your family, yourself,
and what I do.
and what you do.
That's my career, my passion.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, so maybe my friends.
Your friends. Okay, so God, your family, you, and your friends. Okay, thank you so much for that. Yes, let's take a minute.
Okay, as for me,
okay.
I don't have up to 4 persons.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, number 1.
My mom.
Your mom?
My sister for me.
Your sister?
Sisters, you know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Should we take, okay, one more. Let's take another person. Let's go.
Alright, so I have my dad,
Your dad, your mom, your sister, and your brothers. Thank you so much. Any other person wants to share?
my niece and nephew.
Okay, let's go, please.
My nieces and nephews,
Your nieces, your nephews,
my parents,
your parents, and your siblings. Fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for participating in this. Thank you. Do you know why I just sighed now? Because if I were to wear my teacher regalia, like I used to joke with my students sometimes, I'll tell them, your zero is going to be get up my head. You know my head is big, so that zero is going to be very big. So, like I said, this is just a test. It is a test. How many of us actually, number 1, included ourselves? So, from all the responses I got, only 1 person mentioned myself. That's number 1. Number 2, even the person that mentioned myself mentioned herself as number 3. And that is why I am here to talk about this topic. Self-love. A journey back into God's design. Yes. Don't worry, I'm not here to preach. I'm not a preacher. Neither am I a pastor. Even though I'm looking like it right now. But I will be basing my talk based on 1 Corinthians 13. Like I said, I'm not here to preach, don't worry. But why am I using 1 Corinthians 13? It's because it breaks for the Christians in our midst, and for the benefit of most of the Christians in our midst would know why, but for the benefit of those that are non-Christians, or for the Christians that have not read their Bible to that side, the reason why I'm using 1 Corinthians 13 is because from the beginning of 1 Corinthians 13 to the end, it talks about what love actually is. We see the various characteristics of love. Now, in our society today, we hear a lot of I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. But the I love you is just butterflies in your stomach. And the moment the butterflies travel, or maybe they jackpot, that's, yeah. So maybe when they travel abroad, or the butterflies disintegrate, or the butterflies, what else would they do? Then suddenly, the love is not there anymore. And you start hearing things like, I cursed the day I met you. I do this, I do that. But is that actually love? Or infatuation? Or just emotional gish? Pardon me, it's just like you're just feeling somehow in your mind right now, and you feel like, oh, I love this person. But I'm not here to talk about a love of a man to a woman, or a love of one person to another. I'm here to talk about your own love to yourself. And why is it important to love yourself? You basically cannot give what you don't have. I'm going to be referring to the Bible once in a while, but please bear in mind I am not here. I'm not preaching. I'm not a preacher. Why should we love ourselves? You simply cannot give what you don't have. The Bible says there are two greatest laws in the Bible. Who knows those two laws? Love the Lord God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your being. That's one. Love God. And the second one, love your neighbor as yourself. Thank you so much. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And the second one, love your neighbor as yourself. Don't let us forget the clause, as yourself. Which means you are the foundation of the love that you want to show to another person. You are the basis of the love you want to show to another person. For us to see how much you love somebody, we're first going to check how much do you love yourself. And that's why Lucy Ball says something. She said, love yourself first, and everything else falls in line. Love yourself first, and everything else will fall into line. And that's why we're looking at self-love. We're looking at self-love. Now let's look at some of the characteristics of love as defined or as expressed in 1 Corinthians 13. The first characteristic is that love is patient. Love is patient. When you love yourself, you need to be patient with yourself. A lot of people are very patient. They are extremely patient. But they are not patient with themselves. They are patient with every other person in the world except themselves. Because they don't understand that they also deserve that patience. Accept things that you cannot change. Sometimes life happens. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much you strive, no matter the amount of effort you put into it, life still happens. and then you begin to beat yourself down. Accept the things you cannot change. I remember many years ago, I was at a point in my life that it seemed like I was stuck. It seemed like nothing was working. I looked at everyone that I felt that I'm better than this person. I can do more than this person. I put in more effort than this person. And they are all ahead. And I am here. And it's seeming like, what is she doing? As humans, it's normal. If you feel that way, it's absolutely normal. You're not alone. It's absolutely normal. But should it continue? No. And in my thoughts, when I began to think about it, what's going on? Why, I wasn't envious of those ahead. No, I wasn't. But I was mad at myself that what is going on. And then I heard a voice in my spirit say to me, it says, it's fine. It's fine that, yes, you're looking at those that have gone ahead of you. It's perfect. It's fine. Because if you don't look ahead, you won't be focused. Yes, you need to see those that have gone ahead so that you keep your eyes at the front. You know that, yes, there is more to be achieved. You know that you can actually do more. You know that there is space there for you. So you can be much more. It's fine to look at those that have gone ahead of you. But also, as you're looking ahead, you need to also look behind you. Look at the people you've gone past. Because in this life, no matter how bad your situation is, you're better than somebody. You need to understand that. No matter how bad your situation is, what you have at that point is still someone else's prayer point. So the voice says to me, if you don't look back, you will not learn how to be thankful. But you need, in as much as you need to be focused, because yes, you have a long way ahead of you, you also need to be thankful. Because you have come a long way too. And I sat down with myself. And I thought about it. I digested it. And I actually looked back. And I said that, wait, some of my mates are even dead. I'm not mocking them. It's not that they didn't do anything wrong. They were the most amazing people I've ever met. So it wasn't like they did anything wrong to qualify for that. No. Some have not even gotten to the level I was. And that was a change for me. From that day, I stopped having to compare myself. I sat down, reanalyzed myself, accepted the things that I could not change, and I began working on the ones I could work on. You need to be patient with yourself. Understand that, yes, you're going somewhere, but that journey takes time. For somebody going from Lagos to Abuja on road, and someone going from Lagos to Abeokuta on road, and another person going from Lagos to Akure on road, another person going from Lagos to Maiduguri on road. Yes, they're all traveling on road, but they will arrive at different times. Will they get to their destination? Yes. Let's take out the insecurity of Nigeria. Don't worry. They'll get to their destinations, but at different times. The person that is going to Abeokuta will get there first. That's how it is. Understand that yes, your journey is different. Don't compare yourself to another person. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your journey. Understand that good things take time. I remember when I was in the UAE, if I used to like to eat shawarma a lot. So there's a way they do their shawarma there. When you enter into the restaurant that I want to buy shawarma, they'll ask you, what do you want? Do you want to sit in or you want to take out? So basically they have pre-prepared chicken. So if you want to go immediately, they just take the pre-prepared chicken, take everything, slap them together, bam, bam, bam. In 2 minutes, your shawarma is ready. You get to go. Is it going to be tasty? Yes. Is it going to taste very fresh? No. But if you say, oh, I have all the time, I'll sit in. They'll cut fresh chicken, marinate it freshly, prepare it, and then give it to you. And definitely, you know you cannot compare the two tastes. And that's how your journey and that of another person is. The other person might be eating their own shawarma now, but theirs might be a quick takeout. But yours is just being freshly prepared. So you have to be patient with yourself. Number 2, love is kind. Speak kindly to yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. There is power in the word. There is power in the tongue. So learn to speak kindly to yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. When you hear some people talking down at themselves, you know, I'm not talking about maybe someone making jokes about themselves. When you hear some people talk bad about themselves, you wonder, excuse me, what's going on? But we need to understand that the words we speak are life. So whatever we say to ourselves will come to happen. So you have to learn to begin to speak life to yourself. And that's why the Christians believe that you speak a thing that be not as though they were. Those things that you've not seen happen yet, begin to speak them into existence. I am smart. And that's where we have all these our daily affirmations and daily whatever. I am smart. I am successful. I am beautiful. I'm brave. In my school, each class has their own daily affirmation. That every morning the children come in, they say before the start of the day. It's a way to set the tone for the day. It just sets the tone for the day. Because a child that has said, I am smart, I am brave, I am diligent, I do my work and write on time. When the child wants to be lazy, you refer the child back, you just told me you do your work and write on time. So the child will like, okay, they gather themselves because they know they spoke it. It's the affirmation. Speak kindly to yourself. Remember, the words you speak are life, and they will come to happen. Number 3, love does not envy. Love does not envy. It does not envy at all. Understand that your journey is unique. Don't envy others. There are some people, they have lost their blessings simply because they were envious of others. Because envy breeds bitterness in you. And you cannot have bitterness in your heart towards somebody concerning a good thing, and that good thing will happen to you. It's not possible. It's not possible, because good things are being attracted. They don't just happen. You attract them. And you cannot carry bitterness in your heart towards another person that is experiencing that good thing, and then you now attract it to yourself. No. It's not possible. And that is why you have to recognize that your journey is unique. Your journey is unique. So you don't have to envy anybody. In Nigeria, they will say something that, if somebody does something before you, in Yoruba language, they will say, "One can move first in bed." They don't choose. There's no first position. You force me to buy a car. There's nothing like first position. Well, congratulations. The first person to buy. We already have first person that bought car in Nigeria. Don't worry. So that one is gone already. So there's nothing like first position. You force me to build house. There's no first position. Some will also say again, if you build your own house, that does not mean the land has finished. I will also build my own when the time is right. You buy a car. Did you buy all the cars in the car lot in Nigeria? You got married. Did you marry all the men or all the women in Nigeria or in the world? My own will happen. Understand that yours will happen at the right time. And not just at the right time, at the perfect time. And some will say, when is the perfect time? That's why the very first feature of love or characteristic of love is patience. Love is patient. So you need to be patient with yourself. Be patient for that perfect time, for that right time to happen. Like the analogy that our mothers, our parents usually give to us. One of the Yoruba proverbs, they will say, if you rush into taking hot soup, you get burnt. So you have a plate of soup or a plate of food. Yes, you're hungry, but no matter how hot the food is, there's a point at which you cannot eat that food. You have to hold on a bit for it to cool off. Even if you say you like hot food, you will still need to hold on a bit for you to actually eat that food, enjoy it, and savor the sweetness. You need to hold on for it to cool off. If you don't, your tongue will get scalded. And at the end of the day, you won't even enjoy the food. Yes, you get to eat the food, but you're not enjoying it. And that's the issue for so many today. They've rushed into getting the answers they want. Now they've gotten it, and there's no joy towards it. And it's just like, what's the essence? Everything is just futile. Because they rushed to get it before the time you're supposed to get it. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself. Love does not parade itself. It does not boast. It doesn't boast at all. Be humble. Yes, you might have been able to go ahead of most of, let's say, your mates, or you're faster than some people. Things are happening for you. There's a saying in Nigeria, they'll say, if it's working for you, don't call your friends lazy. So the fact that it's working for you does not mean they are not working. It does not mean they are lazy. It's only that your own time to shine has come. Theirs is yet to come. And it will still come. So don't call them lazy. Because at the end lagun, the chickens sweats. The chicken sweats, yes. But the feathers do not let us know. So because we do not know, does it mean it does not sweat? No. So the fact that you're not seeing the result of somebody's work does not mean you say, oh, Look at you. What are you doing? Don't look down on the effort of others. Don't think you are the only hardworking person or you are the only smart person. No, you're not. It's only your own time to shine. That's it. And their own time too will come. Support them however you want to support them. However you can support them during your own shining. So that when it is their turn too, they can replicate. So you need to understand that the fact that you are shining before them does not mean they will not shine. Love does not parade itself. So you have to learn to be humble. Don't boast. The next one, love is not puffed up. Love is not proud. This characteristic is just like it's almost like the previous one. But you see some people, they don't boast. In all fairness, they don't boast. But they are proud. And you ask me, what's the difference?
Exactly.
See, the difference is that I look at you. What's this one even doing, Seth? And I finished you in my mind. I finished you. And maybe I even have an opportunity to like show you something. I'm like, all these small people, they will not even understand what's going on. Who are these people? I'm like, ah. And you know, some people, they will even want to show you. But in your mind, you will even wish that they had not even shown you. Because what you will hear, they will tell you the story of how your great-grandmother met your great-grandfather. And how they went from the one family to the other to go and ask for a hand in marriage. And how rain beat them on the way. They will tell you the story of how they gave them only one meat on their wedding day.
Wow.
And you will wonder, Kilaju, excuse me, what do you want to help me for? That you have to rubbish me this way. Excuse me. It is expertise you have, or you are not good. Don't be proud. Because no matter how much expertise you have, no matter how much experience you have, no matter how much knowledge you have, there's always somebody who is ahead of you. So be calm. Calm down. Bring it down. Stop being proud. So the fact that you're not saying it out that, if not for me, the entire generation is gone. Yes, you are not boasting. But please, bring it down. Stop being proud. Stop being proud. And even to yourself. Because remember, we're talking about self-love. You have to work on your, now I'm not asking you not to be confident in yourself, because there's a difference between this person is self-confident, and sometimes some people might take it as it's too proud. It might not be pride, it might be confidence. You're actually confident in yourself. Now but then there's a very thin line between that self-confidence and pride. The moment you're thinking you're better than somebody else, you have crossed from self-confidence into pride. And that's why you have to bring it down. Don't mask up behind perfection. Don't think you are too perfect. Don't think you are too perfect. Don't think nobody can correct you. There was a day I was in class and I don't know what I did. My PowerPoint was rubbish. Absolute rubbish. And I was teaching and I saw the PowerPoint. I said, no. What's going on here? And my students were laughing. I said, no, this is nonsense. This is nonsense. And they started laughing. I said, hey, I've done nonsense. And I said, why did you say it? I said, because I've done nonsense. And then we started correcting. I said, so you people did not even correct me. So always let them understand that, come, yes, I'm your teacher, but I learn from you too. And they're like, how can you be learning from us? I say, yes, I learn from you. And then when they mention something, say, thank you. I just learned that today. They need to understand that, yes, you might have gotten to this level, but you're still learning. Because that way, you are also letting them understand that no matter where you get to in life, the moment you stop learning, you start dying. We have to keep learning. Till the day we die, keep learning. You unlearn, you relearn, every day, every time. You skill up. The world keeps turning. If God does not want us to keep learning, He will just keep our world. After all, there was a time when we thought the world was flat. Only that nobody fell off. And then they began to think, I don't think it is flat. I think, because if it were to be flat, somebody would have fallen off the edge. But nobody fell off. So you have to keep learning. Understand that you are not perfect. You can never be perfect. Even the Bible tells us to strive unto perfection. Strive. It didn't say words unto perfection because it's an easy thing. It says strive. You have to hustle. Hustle, oh. Keep hustling. Because you cannot be perfect. So stop seeing yourself as you're perfect. You're not. And you can't be. Don't mask up your strengths. That, oh, if not for me. If not for me, all of you. Don't mask up behind control. There are some bosses. Oh. The speaker was speaking about a boss earlier that was a workaholic. Yes, I understand. Yeah, it could be trauma and all that, but then, if you want to be a workaholic and you're going through trauma, go through your trauma on your own. So that when you want to heal, you will heal on your own. Don't rub it off on others. Don't. Because by the time you are registering for your own healing, you will not register them with you. They will pay for it themselves. They will go through it themselves. So why pour your garbage on them? Don't mask it behind control. Love is not puffed up. Love does not behave rudely. Respect yourself. So that people can respect you. It does not behave rudely. We are in the era of I just want to speak my mind. I'm just speaking my mind. I'm just burying my mind. Yoruba people will say someone that has good behavior has not gotten anything. Now talk less of the person that has no good behavior. Respect yourself. Respect yourself. Respect your boundaries. Know the things that work for you. Know the things that don't work for you. Know your strengths. Know your strengths. Sometimes people look at me and say, some of my colleagues look at me and say, this woman, you're a workaholic. I smile. If only these people know. And one day I told one of them, I said, see, Oga, forget. What you're seeing is someone who has studied herself, knows what works for her, and has worked on it. I am not a workaholic. In fact, I am a lazy person. I am very lazy. But I sat myself down one day. I can't continue like this. I really cannot continue like this. I'm going to grow. Then that was when I was still little. I think either end of primary or early secondary school days. I'm like, I can't continue like that. I can't go on like this. I'm going to become an adult. I'm going to have responsibilities. I cannot continue being lazy. Those days, if they tell me to go and wash plates, stomach pain will start. Stomach pain will start. I will start having stomach pain. And then the moment somebody washes the plate, the stomach pain will disappear. I was not faking the stomach pain. It will just come from nowhere. And if I see that plate is still there, the stomach pain will change to headache. And I'll start shaking. And my siblings, my parents, everybody will start to laugh. And my dad will say, don't worry. Let me go help you. I'll wash it, don't worry. My dad will help me wash it. And the moment I see that he has washed it, I will become healed miraculously. And I'll start jumping up and down the house. And my mom will say, is this not the child that was shaking the other time? But one day I came to self-realization. I sat myself, I told myself, you're going to become an adult. You can't keep doing this. You're going to have responsibilities. You're going to have to face life. You cannot go through life hiding from responsibilities. So I told myself, okay, so what can I do? But from one of the things I learned from my dad, the day he decided that, okay, let me teach you how to wash plates. He said, arrange the plates. Arrange them. You know those days now, I come from a large family, 7 children. I know those days of you want to eat. You will eat with, you know, African families, we love to, especially Yorubas. We love to eat swallow in the night. That's when you know you've eaten. So each person will eat with 1 plate for the swallow, 1 plate for the soup. Please, 2 times 7. Now, for those people that don't eat early, they will cover the food. Please, times another 4. Times another 2. 28. And you say I should not fall sick. Now, I've not added my parents' plate, so I've not added the pots. I've not added the spoons. I've not added the turning stick. I've not added the cups. As the am I washing for Lagos State? And by the time I'm carrying the plate, I dare not wash it in the kitchen. Because by the time they will just only 1 meal, the kitchen is full. And I'm like, eh? You mean I will wash this? I will fall sick. Why won't I fall sick? Even if the sickness does not come, I will drag it. Me, I will not wash this. Because I was very small. I'm like, And then my dad told me something one day. He said, let me teach you how to wash plates. Yes, I was still not going to wash it in the kitchen because I will have to carry a very big bowl, pack the plate, and then when I've carried the plate, I'll have to move from upstairs, we'll leave upstairs, I'll carry it downstairs to where there is a big flowing tap so that I can use all the water in the world I want to use. And my friends will be like, hey, Otutilo, you're going. And they will just bring out their 1 or 2 plates, wash, and they are done. I look at myself like this. Lord, see, these kind of things alone, they are discouraging to me. Why will I wash plates now? Why? Has he tell me why? But the day my dad called me and said, let me teach you how to wash plates, he taught me something. It wasn't actually washing plates he was teaching me. He didn't know. It was a strategy that I will use all my life that he was teaching me. He said, number 1, arrange the plates. Now I will arrange those plates. So if the plate will be tall, so even if I will have towers, yes, I will have like 2 towers and maybe just 2 little bungalows. You know, the very first thing I see when I see those towers, I'm like, oh, I can do this. They're not that much. It's not scary anymore. Number 2, you tell me, start washing the breakable plates. So I pick all the ceramic plates and I start washing them. You know, when you wash off the ceramic plates, it makes, before you know you are done. So it looks like, it's just like a speaker spoke the other time. Break what you want to do into points and tick off as you go. There's a signal is sent to your brain of achievement. You feel like, oh, I'm doing this. I can do this. If I can do this, then I can do this. So I feel like, oh, it's going gradually. Oh, the bungalows are gone. It remains the towers. Wash off all the cups. I do that. Wash up all the spoons. The stainless spoons. I do that. I leave everything plastic. I leave them. So by the time I'm done with everything that is not plastic, I'm almost done. Then I will now sit down and start washing the plastics. After washing the plastic, I will now sit down with the pots. Before I knew it, I was done. I was like, wait, so is this what has been making me fall sick? I beg, please. And that was the day I lost my phobia for washing plates. And washing plates became my best chores. I can wash plates for Lagos State. In fact, maybe I will do Guinness World Records for the highest number of washing plates. Just bring on your plate, I'll wash for you. But seriously, and that was how I overcame it. Now, what did I learn from there? When I told myself I couldn't go on being lazy, I looked at myself, what could I do? Because that was one thing I learned, organization. So I organized everything in my head. Okay, what exactly happens? Is it that I don't like to do this work at all? Or is it that I get tired easily? Or is it that I don't like that chore itself? Because if I can wash plates and I don't get tired of washing plates, why do I get tired of all other things? That was when I discovered that, okay, it's not actually that I don't like doing these things. I just get tired easily. I said, okay. And then I looked at it. There are days when the power will suddenly come, or call gun, and then I'll be walking like a superhero, and I will not get tired. And there are days when I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna stay in my bed. I said, okay. So when I studied myself, I said, okay, so this is how it works. I began to build a maintenance culture. When I do something, on the day I have all the energy to do it, I will do it. And on the other days when I don't have the energy, I begin to maintain. What I have done, I make sure it does not get spoiled. It does not get spoiled. And that was how I maintain. If I finally arrange my clothes, I will make sure that if I pick one, by the time I'm bringing it back, I put it back exactly where I put it. It's not that after washing, you just go and dump it. No, I will put it back where I took it from. If I wash plates, I will arrange it. After washing, I will arrange it back where it's supposed to be. If I pick anything, I will put it back exactly where it's supposed to be. And I discovered, oh, it's working. And then when I grew up and I began to work, I translated this same skill into my workplace. And I began to do things, and people were like, she's a workaholic. So, guy, I'm not a workaholic, anything. But I've just learned to understand myself. I know what time works for me best. I know what time, if I want to read and I want to understand what I'm reading, I know the time that works for me. I won't miss that window. If I have a deadline and I need to really concentrate, I'm not the type that can work on deadline is tomorrow and then you now start running helter skelter. No. I know. So on days when I have all the time to work, I will sit down and work. And by the time other people are running helter skelter, it's that, is that, I'm already, how far now you're done? I'm done, no. Say, HHA. It's not any HHA. I know myself. I respect myself. And by so doing, I'm able to command the respect of others. But if I have not studied myself, if I have not studied my weaknesses, because it starts from knowing your weaknesses. Know your weakness. Know your strength. Because no matter how many weaknesses you have a strength. Harness your strength. Accept the things that you cannot change. Because if everybody is a man in this room and you are a woman and you try to change yourself into a man, sorry, you are still not a man, you are a transgender. Unfortunately. So accept that yes, I'm a woman, I cannot change to become a man. But what can I do as a woman? You have this weakness. If there are some weaknesses that you cannot change, just forget it. The previous speaker even mentioned it. There are some things you cannot change, just forget it that you can. The ones you can change, yes, work on them. Change them. by all means. But the ones you cannot change, accept them and ask yourself, yes, I cannot change this thing. For example, I still don't have all the energy in the world. Is there a place they buy energy from? Maybe I'll go and buy. I don't know. I still don't have all the energy in the world. But I have learned to harness the one I have to get maximum success. I have learned to harness the things that I cannot change to help me get results from them. When you respect yourself, people will respect you. Build boundaries. It's okay to build boundaries. You don't like to gossip. Build boundaries. Let them say, this one, somebody will even go and talk to her now. She'll be doing as if she's the only one that is holy. Yes, it's fine. It's perfect. Protect your peace by all costs, by all means. I remember when I was in secondary school, I sat down in class one day. I usually like to sit in front. I used to like to sit in front. I still sit in front anyways, but not like that anymore. But those days, this is the board, this is me. So I was sitting down one day, I was reading. There was no teacher in class. I just looked back. All the boys in class were gathered at one corner, gisting, cracking jokes and everything. Look back again. All the girls in class were packed at one corner, gossiping and all that. And I was here reading. I told myself, what is it now? Are you a bookworm? So I now stood up, but I analyzed the two gatherings. Where do I want to go? Naturally, because I'm a girl, I would want to go to the midst of the girls. But I heard what the girls were discussing. They were gossiping. I talk a lot. Yes, I talk a lot. But I don't gossip. If I have to talk, it has to be either something that will benefit you, or that will benefit me, or that will benefit both of us. I don't have time for gossip. It wears me out. So I listen to them. This is about gossiping. I don't have time for this. I listen to the guys. This one, they're discussing sports. Even if they have to talk about anybody, that person is in their midst. They say, you that you ate this yesterday and you did, everybody will laugh. Even the person they're talking about will laugh. I said, this is the kind of gathering I like. So I stood up and went into the midst of the guys. I sat down and I started gisting with them. That was me setting a boundary for myself. That was me setting a boundary for myself. I won't say because they are girls, then I have to be friends with girls. No, you don't have to do anything. I would say in my life, most of the most productive relationships I've had in life are with boys, with men. Because they will not gossip. Even when you begin to mess up, they will tell you, you're beginning to do anyhow. What's all this one now? They will tell you the way it is. They will yab you in front of you. If you want to laugh, if you want to cry. After crying, they'll say, what is it? Is it just that small thing I told you? Come on, calm down. Come off it. But girls will laugh with you in front of you, and behind you, they will gossip. I've heard the same. I've heard a boy say the same thing about boys. I don't know. But I don't know, maybe it's a gender something. Or maybe it's the same gender something. I don't know. But that was me building boundaries for myself. That was me creating a boundary for myself. When you build boundaries, set boundaries for yourself, people will respect you. After some time, some of these girls that noticed that I didn't come to their midst, they started coming for me that why are you not coming? I said I cannot join that group. And then they now started becoming my friends, and they too, they started moving away from all the gossip and all that. If you want to be my friend, I cannot gossip. Yes, I used to be an art student, so I love to talk. Let's say some creative things. Let's discuss a lot of. There are so many things to discuss in the world. Why would I be discussing about somebody? And whatever you're even saying in behind the person, you can't say it in front of the person. The moment the person pops up, you begin to laugh awkwardly. Excuse me, I don't have time for that. If I have to say anything behind the person, then I should be able to say it in front of the person. That's it. So that's just it. When you build boundaries for yourself, people will they will come to identify the boundaries, and they will respect you for it. They will respect you for it. Love does not seek its own. Love does not seek its own. It's not selfish. Yes, we are asking you to love yourself. Yes. But it's not selfish. We are asking you to rest so you can give. Have so you have to give. Not. Now when we tell you, show yourself love. Love yourself. Remember what I said at the beginning. Love your neighbor as yourself. You are loving yourself so that you can know how to love your neighbor. So you know how to love other people. That's why you are loving yourself. So you're not loving yourself because after me na me. No. It's not just about you. You're loving yourself so that you know how to love others. That's why you're loving yourself. When we ask you to heal, for example, you've been in a bad relationship and I say, oh, all men are scum, all women are witches. Fear, you see female gender, you hear a lot of things online. See female gender, fear them. Daughters of Eve, fear them. Sons of Adam, fear them. You hear a lot. These are people who have not healed. And then they get into another relationship and bleed on the person. They bleed on the person badly. And they will still come back and tell you, all men are scum. All ladies are evil. All Yoruba people are demons. All Igbo people are this. Heal so you don't bleed on others. Heal so you can help others grow. I have been through some things in my life that one day it was too much for me and I had to go back to God. I'm like, why are you taking... I'm not the type of person that asks God, why me? No, I'm not. Because I don't see myself as being better than anybody. If even Jesus could go through persecutions and trials, who am I? But I have an understanding that life is a school. If you go through anything, it's because you have a lesson to learn. And once you learn that lesson, you move on to another level. It's like a game. I game a lot, so it's like a game. From you finish level 1, level 2, like that. And as you go from one level to the other, you amass awards and maybe crowns or something, or gems or so. So I had an understanding that yes, if you've gone through something in life and you've picked the lessons that you need to pick, even if you have to face any other thing in life, it won't be based on that thing. For example, if God wants to teach you about obedience and you begin to go through trials on obedience, once you pick the lesson and you become obedient, you won't go through lessons on obedience again. It will be maybe lessons on maybe patience that life will now throw at you to teach you how to be patient. And once you pass that, it will move you on to another one. But I was going through a lesson that I had learned already. And I was like, God, what's going on? This lesson you're teaching me, I have learned it already. I'm not trying to be proud here, but why am I going through it again? Is it that you don't think I've learned the lesson enough? And he said something. He said, I do not think you have learned. I do not think you have not learned it enough. I think you have actually learned it enough. But I'm not taking you through this for you. I'm taking you through this for the people I am sending you to. And I broke down and cried that why will I be going through this kind of bitter lessons? Because you are sending me to some people. Can't they go through it and learn it? You already acknowledge that I've taken this lesson. Why am I going? I've taken it, for crying out loud. Why am I going through it again? And now you're telling me because you're sending me to some people. It was a very sad time for me. I cried. But after the tears, I wiped my eyes and I accepted it and I moved. Fast forward down the line. I was just at work and somebody approached me about an issue related to it. And I sat the person down and I told her my story. And she looked at me and she said, you don't look like what you've been through. You don't. If somebody should tell me this is your story, if not that you are telling me yourself, I will say no. And you're still this bubbly. And you're still this vibrant. How are you doing it? How did you do it? And I began to take her through my processes. You know, when she was stepping out of my class that day, she said something. Because she wasn't the one that actually came to me. It was somebody else that knows my story that told her that, see, I cannot help you in this matter, but go to so person. She has been in your shoes. She has been able to overcome it. She'll be able to help you. So when she came to me, she was very furious that how can I tell somebody something in confidence? And she began to gossip about me. And she came to tell you. And I sat her down. I said, number one, me, when it comes to gossip, take me out. I don't gossip. Number two, the person that you told is somebody I know does not also gossip. But for her to tell me about it is because she knows I might be able to help you. And at the end, when she was leaving my class, she said something. She said, I am glad that this matter got to you. And that was how I now remembered what God told me. You are going through this for the people that I am sending to you. And all I could say then was, well, although I went through it, but thank God I am still able to help others with mine. So you are not just to get what you're getting for your own sake. You are getting it for the sake of those that are tied to you. Someone once said that if your purpose, if the reason why you want to be successful is because you want to build a beautiful house, buy a fast car, give good life to your children and maybe your wife or your husband, and that is all, sorry, your dream is small and you've not started. You should dream so big that even your own dream scares you. And that's why the Bible says the world is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God, of the children of God. The world is waiting for your manifestation. You cannot afford to be small. You cannot afford to be. You cannot afford to think in a mediocre way. You cannot afford to be. Because there are destinies that are attached to you. If you don't rise, they don't rise. If you don't soar, they don't soar. If you're mediocre, they remain mediocre. You cannot afford to fail those destinies. You cannot afford to. I once spoke about Ben Casip. Imagine if Ben Carson had not risen. He was the very first to separate those co-joined twins. What would have happened to those twins? They would have lived their lives joined together. Well, who knows? Somebody else might have arisen. Who knows? And somebody else might not have. Who knows? You cannot afford to leave people's destinies to chance. You carry something that is much more bigger than you. And that is why you must learn to love yourself. Because if you cannot love yourself, you cannot give. It's out of that abundance that you give to others. It is out of that abundance that you give to others. When you don't grow, how do you want to raise others? How do you want to raise others? If I'm to raise this mic, highest, can I do better than this? Highest, I will jump. After the jumping, what happens? The mic goes up and it still came down. That's because that's where my height is. But let's say if I should put on a 5 inches heels now, I'll be able to go maybe even up to the ceiling, right?
Yes.
And then if I climb a ladder, I'll go higher. And then maybe if I take a crane, I'll go higher than that. That's why you have to grow. Because the height you get to, that's how you can raise others. You cannot give what you don't have. You can't. You can give what you don't have. You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot keep pouring out of yourself. There's some people, they love to give. I'm a giver. I give. But what do I give to myself? Nothing. Where you are, you collect your salary. How do you spend your salary? You send to mom, you send to dad. As a proper African child, you pay all the black tax. Uncle, auntie, brother, cousin, niece, this, that. And then, as a good Nigerian that you are, after paying your tax, then you remove transport. Even feeding self, you will manage to remove feeding. Sometimes you're out of 30 days, you will fast for like how many days?
21.
You will fast for 21 days fasting. Please, how do you want to continue like that? How? I used to be a victim of this. Until the day I told myself, wake up, Jimasu. Wake up. Don't sleep. Collect your money. And I told myself, I said, this head that is working, even if I cannot give 100% of my salary to myself, yes, I know I have responsibilities. But I told myself, I'll take care of myself. So I can look at my salary. Even if it is 1%, I will take out the 1%. And I don't like to eat like that. But I love junks. I will look at one junk that I want to eat. And then I will eat it. And then I will eat it. I also love technology. So I look at myself. I look at a technology that I know, yes, it's going to serve me. And I'll close my eyes and I will buy it. And after that, yes, now look at the money. Okay, so what's going to happen to the next now? I pay myself first. And then after the time I look at, okay, I want to start investment, I want to start savings. I will take out my investment, I will take out my savings. I will take out the money for what I want to eat or what I want to do for myself. And then the rest, we can now start putting scissors. Because if you don't love yourself, how do you want to love others? How do you want to love others? You're bearing all the responsibilities, and then you are hissing. You're hissing because you're not doing anything for yourself. You're going to work, you're grumbling to go to work because at the end of the day you just collect the salary, not do anything for yourself. You say, your boss will say, Oshishewa Anorun, any majewa Mboji. The person working is under the sun. The person that will eat it is under AC. You know? And you keep hissing. You keep hissing because you know that at the end of the day you're not going to benefit anything from it. But if you actually take care of yourself, the rest that you're doing, you do it joyfully.
Yeah.
You won't grumble. You won't grumble at all. Because now you're doing it from the bottom of your heart. You're doing it with your whole heart. You won't grumble at all. Loving yourself is not a selfish act. Neither is it a selfish act. Some time ago, something happened in Nigeria. A popular celebrity on set, you know, there was a boat accident and he tried rescuing some people, and at the end of the day he rescued some people but lost his life at the end of the day. May his soul rest in peace. But there's a lesson I would like us to pick from that. It's like the oxygen mask approach. There's a turbulence and you're on a plane. The very first thing you hear is wear your own oxygen mask before attempting to help others. You're not being selfish. You're not. You're not being selfish at all. You're not being selfish. In fact, there's a lesson I do teach my students in school, and by extension, even my own children. I tell them, I said, sometimes when we are distributing things in school, and I say, oh, please pass, and then they collect it and just pass. I said, no, take it. Take one for yourself. Collect another one and pass. Yourself first. You're not being selfish. You're learning to love yourself. Because when you don't love yourself, you cannot love others. You're not being selfish. No. You have to learn to love yourself. I learned that lesson in a very bad way anyways. But then, now I'm teaching others to love themselves. Love yourself first. You're not being it's not being selfish at all. You're not being selfish. You're not being selfish. Buddha says something. He says you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve love and affection. You yourself. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. How many times have you told yourself I love me? How many times have you looked at yourself in the mirror and said, oh, you look so beautiful, I love you? You say, oh, I love you.
That is called fly.
Pardon?
That is called fly. First love yourself.
Yes, thank you so much. FLY. First love yourself. That's amazing. Thank you so much for that. First love yourself. Love yourself first. Love yourself first. You're not being selfish. You're not being selfish. The theme for the International Women's Day of this year is give to gain. Now you give to gain. But if you don't have first, you cannot give. And if you cannot give, you cannot gain. It's just as simple as that. I'm a mathematician, so I like simple processes. I don't like anything complicated. It's just simple. Feel yourself so you can give. And then when you give, you can gain. Simple. So love yourself. Next. The next characteristics. Love is not provoked. Love is not easily provoked. There are some people, If I want to get you angry now, I know what to do. All I have to do is come to you, slap you, and fight will start. How many of you has a remote control? And you know your remote control? Don't be shy, don't be shy. You know you have a remote control, and you know your remote control. You know what's your remote control? Don't worry, we'll not press it. What's your remote control?
Well, I don't know particularly, but the thing is, my auntie has my remote. So when I get angry or when I get pissed, or when she asks me to do something, or let's say I'm in a dispute with somebody, what she says, Mira, keep quiet.
That's it. Okay, that's a good one. So what can somebody do? If somebody wants to get you angry now, what can they do to just get you angry right now? Right now. You know, there are some people who say, see, I will forget my home training, I'll fight you. What can somebody do to make you forget your home training and fight the person? No. Downgrade women. Thank you. And immediately we'll forget home training. Some people will say, see, I will forget that I'm a Christian. I will beat you. Then I will go back and ask for forgiveness. I will continue the Christianity. You know, I learned this lesson when I was in secondary school. Two of the boys that I said I usually sit in their midst, I became closer to those two. In fact, those two, apart from my teachers, were instrumental in my journey to learning math. I talked about my story in my first speech on how I became a better math student. So two of those boys were instrumental to me knowing math. So we became closer because they would teach me math, we would solve math, and then when I do a test and I score lower than them, I'm in trouble. They will yab me. They will so abuse me. And then because of the insults they will give to me, I'll tell myself, don't worry, the next assessment I will do better than you. And if I should do better than them, they are in trouble too. I will also insult them. So it was like a healthy competition for us. And that was the boost I needed. I was getting the support from my teacher, and I was getting the support from my friends. And that was how I became better. But you see, these two boys, now men, apart from the fact that they helped me academically, they also taught me one lesson that I will never forget in my life. In the whole of my entire life, I will tell this story even to my great-grandchildren, if Jesus tarries. Now, what did they do? You know, I told you the boys were troublesome. They were troublesome on their own. All the boys in my class, they were troublesome. So, but they had this very funny way of communicating, and that was why I love to sit in their midst. As small as I am, imagine how I am now, and I'm not very tall. So now try to think back to how small I would have been then. I was very small. I was the shortest in my class. All through my school days, I was the shortest. But because I had a good handwriting, my teacher would always tell me to write notes on the board. So one day I was copying the notes on the board. And then we had a boy in my class. He had a very low self-esteem. So it was very easy. You know, secondary school students now, they can be very naughty. Once they know that this person has a very low self-esteem, they'll come and whine you. They'll come and trigger you, tell you things that will make you do things that naturally you cannot do on your own. So they just went to meet the boy. You cannot slag me. And the boy too just came. Bim. Without thinking, he just tapped me on my back. As I just turned, hot slap. See, I can say all my life, I can count the number of fights I fought. I don't fight. But see, that day, I forgot my home training. Man, I dropped the book, and before you knew it, fight started in class. And we started fighting. These same two boys that triggered him to come and slap me came, separated the fight, just like that. Calm me down, calm down. Ay, Jesus. Calm me down, calm down. Why are you doing like this now? And then when I was calm, both of them looked at me like this. I am highly disappointed in you. So you mean somebody can come to you and slap you, and you, with the level I placed you, you could bring yourself so low, you stooped so low to fight him. Just open the ground, let me hide myself. I felt so ashamed. I felt so bad that day. I felt, you know, I can't just explain how I felt. Later on, I got to know, they told me that they were the one that actually triggered him to see what I would do. And he said, so somebody has your remote control. You see, that was the day I threw my remote control in the lagoon. That was the day I threw my remote control in the lagoon. Nobody has my remote anymore. There's nothing like, I'm going to make her angry. I'll be looking at you like this. Yes, is it that I don't still get angry? Yes, I do get angry. But you can't make me get angry. If I want to get angry, I get angry of my own accord. I will by myself carry myself to be angry. And even in that anger, I will not say or do what I will regret. I won't. If let's say I'm upset and I'm at home and maybe I just suddenly get home and I'm super upset, I'll just tell my children, excuse me, clear off, I'm angry right now. So they know, because I don't want to transfer any aggression. So just clear, I'm angry right now. They say, okay, they just clear. She's angry right now. I've told them already. So I'll just go and be on my own. Because I'm not going to do anything that I will now be calm and will now regret. I told myself, nobody is going to have my remote control anymore. That was a lesson I could never forget. I could never forget it. And so far, it was a sad one for me, but it has helped me to become a better person today. Acknowledge you are human. Yes. Acknowledge you are human. Know the things that trigger you. Know the things that trigger you. You need to know the things that trigger you, so that you can avoid them, or better still, work on them. One of the things that helped me was, I told myself that I would not switch the order of things. And what do I mean by that? As humans, it's easy for us to love things and use people. It's very easy to love things and use people. It's very easy. But then the order should be love people and use things. And that's why sometimes when things get damaged in my house, when things get damaged, I will not, because, oh, you have spoiled this thing, and then I'll start beating you. Ah, yes. We'll look for a way to do it. I will not say, because I once heard a celebrity say his child broke his TV for like 4 times and then he repaired it or something. Excuse me. Yes, so we'll repair it. I will not beat you. But you will learn from it. Or something I did to one of my children when they were wasting my gas. I've told them the first time, you're wasting gas. Second time, you're wasting gas. Third time, you're wasting gas. Later, I stopped talking. When the gas finished, I just picked the allowance. Oh yeah, take your money, go and use to buy gas. And that was the end of wasting gas.
Sharp.
That was the end. I will not beat you, because people are meant to be loved. Things are meant to be used. There was a day one of my sons broke my phone. I was sending him on an errand, I was explaining to him what to do, and he was like, explain again. I said it again because it is one conk Yoruba like that he has never heard before. So I was like, oh yeah, call it again. So I called it again. I was like, he said, can you, said, can you write it? And I just gave him one bombastic side eye. So in the process of him doing all his back and forth, can you explain? Can you? He just let my phone fall, slammed to the ground, and it broke. And immediately, that thing that I could not remember stuck in his head. And immediately, when it broke, I was livid. I was. Angry was an understatement. I was livid. But immediately, I told myself, things are meant to be used. People are meant to be loved. So I just told him, I said, guy, if you love yourself, move now. Immediately, he quickly went to do what I sent him. I picked my phone. Everybody was like, he's broken. Hey. And I told them, things are meant to be used. No matter how expensive it is, I bought it. And no matter how big any amount of money is, when you write it on a bank check or slip or whatever, please, what do they put after it? What did you say? Thank you so much. Only. Any money that has an amount. That's it. That's it. Only. So will I say because yes, this phone is very expensive, then I talked about safeguarding and child protection. And then I will now abuse a child that should be loved. Will I punish him? Will I make him learn that what he has done is wrong? Yes. But remember, there is a thin line between abuse and discipline. And at that point, because I was livid, I will not discipline. I will abuse. I will do physical abuse. I will do emotional abuse. Which other abuse? I would, in fact, if I can do neglect immediately, I will do neglect. So you know yourself. You know yourself. Nobody should have your remote control. Nobody. Nobody should have your remote control. Acknowledge that you are human. Know that yes, it's possible to get angry. It's possible to fail. It's possible not to get what you want at the time you want it. It's possible. So when you know all these things, you don't get mad at yourself. There are some people, they are so mad at themselves. I remember many years ago when phone just came to Nigeria, and those days when you go to computer village and you're not careful with the things that you go to buy, they could slip something else into your hands. They still do it now anyways. So then my brother, my big brother, went to buy phone. Then it was still the era of Samsung. If you're using Samsung those days, it's still those button phones, so not smartphones. So if you're using Samsung those days, blue lights. Then when phone came, it was orange lights, green lights. But if you are using blue, then they call it blue face. Say, blue face. It's just like you're using iPhone now. Say, you're using blue face. So he went to, and he also likes technology like me. So he went to computer village to buy the Samsung phone. And you already saw it, it's already tested it and all that. For him to pay, they said, "Oh, let us pack it for you." Gave it back to them. Worst mistake of his life. And they put fufu.
Yes.
They packed fufu as in real life fufu. They packed fufu for him. So when he go home, he slept where mosquitoes would bite him. And mosquitoes were biting him. And we said, bros, leave this place now. Mosquitoes are too much. He said, no, I deserve to be beaten this night. Let mosquitoes bite me. It's so funny, but we really need to understand that we are humans. And as humans, we are prone to make mistakes. God is the only one that does not make mistakes. as nobody is above mistake. And that's one of the things I also let my students know. Like the day I said I made a mistake on my PowerPoint and I was saying, no, what's going on here? This is nonsense. I've put nonsense. Immediately there, I made them understand that, yeah, I've made a mistake. Hey, I was the one that wrote it over, but it is mistake. And I started correcting. Sorry, it's not supposed to be this, it's supposed to be this. And everybody was laughing. Yes. They were able to laugh because I already let them understand that I am human. If I were to be acting like I'm the teacher, I'm the one that should know all, and I'm not acting like, no, they're not going to learn. You're human, as long as you're not God. And that day, I was able to help them understand the lesson. And understand that no matter how good you are, when you're done with your work, check it before you submit. Don't say, oh, I've done it. I said, no. Did I make mistake that day? Yes. Why did I make the mistake? You did not check your work. I said, thank you. So go back and check. If I, as your teacher, can make a mistake because I did not check my work, who are you as a student? Go and check your work. You are still human. Are you God? No. Go back and check your work. So understand that you're human. When you understand that you're human, you will forgive yourself. You will. You will breathe. Let the poor breathe. Don't worry, you're not poor. But breathe. Breathe. Some of us have been holding our breath for too long. So that they don't know that. So that they don't think that. So that they don't feel that. Please breathe. Breathe. Drop that burden. Choose emotional peace. Inner peace, inner peace, inner peace, inner peace. Like coffee powder, thank you. Master Uku. Inner peace, inner peace, inner peace.
Inner peace.
Choose inner peace. Choose emotional peace. Please. Love is not easily provoked. Stop getting angry at yourself. Stop getting mad. When things don't work your way, don't get mad. Please, forgive yourself. The next one, love thinks no evil. Love does not think any evil. Still an extension of what I was saying. Forgive yourself. Stop thinking because you did not get this, then you are bad at it. Because you don't. Now, some people be. Let me take it back to maybe education. Because you don't understand what the teacher is teaching, you believe that, oh, I am bad at math. I can never get it. I can never succeed in it. I can never pass it. Some will even go. I know I've heard a student say, even if God comes from heaven to the earth to come and teach me, I cannot know it. Thinks no evil. So I'm dumb. I'm this. I'm that. I'm no good. I'm not brilliant. I'm not. Calm down. Be calming down. Stop thinking evil about yourself. You're created in the image of God. And if God is a master planner, you are a master planner. If God can succeed, you can succeed. There's this song about that Yorubas sing. Olarumiga, Emino Aga. My God is high, I will be high. My God is big, I will be big. My God is great, I will be great. That's what you should tell yourself. I am a masterpiece. Even science makes us to understand that for you to be born, you came first in that race. Is it easy to be first? Do you think you were the only one? Do you know how many millions that you outran for you to be born? That alone should tell you that you can do it. And that's where the power of yet comes in. Yes, you're not doing it yet, but it does not mean you will not be able to do it tomorrow. There was a topic when I was in school, when I was in secondary school. There's a topic in math that, okay, finally, SS1, I began to know maths. Hallelujah. But then there was a particular topic, bearings and distances. I don't know what I did to that topic. That topic refused to enter. Even longitude and latitude entered. Bearings and distance did not enter. Every other topic entered. You see, bearings and distance, they stood their distance, calculating their bearing from me. And I was like, God, this topic always comes out in WAEC. What will I do? And you know, I kept studying SS1, SS2, SS3. The topic refused to enter. But I did not give up. A night to WAEC. I had math exam tomorrow. A night. The topic entered. I tell you, a night to the exam. I understood it. How I understood it, I did not know. But a night to the exam, I understood it. This is something that it took me like 3 years to understand. I did not understand. But a night to the exam, I understood it. The power of yet. You cannot do it yet. It's different from you cannot do it. You cannot do it. That's a fixed mindset. But I cannot do it yet. There's a power behind it. That even if I don't get it in January, February is there. If I don't get it in February, March is there. If I don't get it in March, April is there. If I don't get it in April, May is there. As long as I don't stop trying. That's a growth mindset. As long as I don't stop trying, I can do it. And I will do it. The power of yet. So forgive yourself. Don't think any evil about yourself. Instead, think good things. There's a part in the Bible that God asked Jeremiah, said, "What do you see?" And then he told God what he saw. And God told him, "You have seen well. And because you have seen well, I will make haste to make it happen." What do you see? I'm putting that question to you now. What do you see about yourself? What do you see? Are you seeing something good? Or you're seeing something bad? Because if you're seeing something bad, it will still make haste to make it happen. And then you now start wondering, why is bad thing happening to me? Sorry, you saw it. You saw it. You saw it. And whatever you have seen, it will make haste to make it happen. So help yourself by seeing the right thing. See the right thing for yourself. Love does not rejoice in iniquity. It does not rejoice in sins. Be honest about your needs. Be honest about your needs. Be honest about the things you need. Oh, I need to become better. Be honest about it. I need to do this better. I need to stop procrastinating. I need to stop sleeping too much. I need to stop eating too much. I need to stop doing... The previous speaker said something about how to stop bad habits. But the thing there is, you cannot stop what you don't know you need to stop. You know, there's something that there is... one of the speakers spoke about intention. He said something about known ignorance and then unknown expertise, or intentional ignorance or something. Basically what he was trying to say is, you know you don't know this thing. Oh, that's a step forward. Even though you don't know it yet, it's a step forward. But there are people who don't know, and they don't know they don't know. That's a calamity. Because how do you get out of it when you don't know that you don't know? So you have to be honest. You have to be honest about your needs. You have to be honest about your weaknesses. Be honest about your emotions. There are times when maybe you said some things you shouldn't have said. Come back, call a meeting with yourself. You know you should not have said that thing you said the other time. What could you have done better? That's one of the ways we help children. Yes, they've done something wrong. Instead of saying, why did you push him? Why did you do this? Are you the only one? Okay, what happened? The child will explain. I did this. I pushed so. Okay, you pushed so. Do you think that thing you have done is the best? And no, I wasn't supposed to have pushed him. Okay, so what do you think? You know, you say, I wasn't supposed to push him, but he pushed me first. Oh, okay, he pushed you first. Okay, fine. But what do you think you should have done better? And then the child will be like, and when he pushed me, I was supposed to tell an adult. So did you do that? No, I did not. I am very sorry. Now, in that little interview, you have helped the child to see him or herself, to retrospect, and to acknowledge what they've done wrong, and also tell themselves what they could have done better. The next time they do something wrong, you can always refer them to what they have said. Now, because it comes from them, it's faster to help them change than when it comes from you and they see it as this teacher or this person is always picking on me. The same thing you do to yourself. The worst thing, I tell myself something, the worst thing a man can do to himself is to lie to himself. Although the Bible says there is a way that seems right unto a man, the end of it is destruction. Yes. And that is why you have to be very careful that you are not supporting yourself. Look at yourself objectively. Call yourself. I talk to myself, Oluwagbemisola. What you did that time was nonsense. You shouldn't have done that. Call yourself by name. Talk to yourself in the third person. You know, when you're still talking to yourself in the first person, it's very easy to want to take sides with yourself. But that person, the reason why I fought with him was because he slapped me. Now, how can somebody now slap me? I was just writing on the board and he just suddenly came to me and he slapped me. It's very easy to support myself because I'm talking to myself in the first person. I am feeling my emotions. But when I detach myself from myself, I detach myself from my emotions and I talk to myself in the third person, I can easily talk to myself. The way those boys spoke to me, you disappointed me. That way, you're not trying to understand yourself. You're trying to help yourself become better. So you have to be honest. Reject fake identity. Reject fake deception. Don't deceive yourself. Don't put yourself to be who you're not. Reject fake identity. It does not rejoice in iniquity, but it rejoices in the truth. So tell yourself the truth. Remember, the worst thing a man can do to himself is to lie to himself. Love bears all things. Love bears all things. Create emotional spaces for yourselves. There are some people, the speaker that spoke in the morning talked about, especially firstborns, when they have a lot of, they have to be strong early in life and all that. It's not just firstborn. There are some wives, they have been strong for too long. There are some sisters, there are some brothers. They've been the one carrying everybody. They might not even be firstborn. There are some families, the last one that is carrying everybody. And you hear, and the elder one say, bro, it's our younger brother, it's our younger sister. And after all, if I spend my sister's money, it's still my money. There are some families, it's not the firstborn that is carrying them. It could be the middle child, it could be the last child. There are some people, they've been strong for too long. Understand that you've been strong for too long. Understand that you need a breather. You need to breathe. Ask yourself, how well do you breathe? For some people, the way they breathe is by taking time off. take time off. They just go and lodge themselves in maybe one hotel or one resort. 1 week. Phones switched off. Computers switched off. They block off themselves from the world. And they focus on themselves. By the time they come out better, rejuvenated, stronger, ready, mentally alert to face the world. For some people, it's sleep. People like me, I go and sleep. I can sleep for like 10 hours. Just don't wake me. Don't even wake me for food. Just leave me. I don't want to hear anything. Just allow me sleep. And by the time I wake up, I'm ready to face anything. There was a particular holiday I had at work, and for a whole week, I'm this person that any little time I have, I do trainings, I do everything, I do this, I do that. I just keep learning. I just want to keep learning. Sometimes I can run like 5 trainings, 3 trainings at a time. And I'll look at myself, who sent you? Who sent you? As in, because I'm like, wait, it's not even as if I'm in school. But you're just doing this, you're doing that. But see, that particular holiday, I turned off my laptop, turned off everything. I told my children, because our holidays did not fall at the same time. I told my children, I said, come. Normally before now, even during my holidays, I'll still wake up, I'll do everything. I said, this time around, number one, I'm not going to wake you up. I'm not going to do anything for you. This holiday is for me to breathe. But if I wake up and I discover you're not done, you're not ready to go to school, you're in trouble. If you go late to school, you're in trouble. So they have to set their alarms. They wake up. My second son prepares meals. I already taught them how to do these things. So he wakes up, prepares the meals, prepares his younger brother. Piam, they go to school. All he does is, Mom, we're out. Say bye. Once he's out, say shut the door. Thank you. I sleep off. And I made sure for a whole week, all I did was sleep. Because I was beginning to feel like something in my head was going to snap. My brain is the type that it works very fast. No, it works. Sometimes I tend to like hear some sounds in my head. Like, it's spinning. So I knew that at this point, if I don't intentionally let it rest, maybe the fan bells will cut. And that was going to cause a bigger problem. So I slept. For 1 week, I slept. By the time it was the following week when I had to resume to work, they were on holiday. Thank God. So they had the time to rest too. But I got back to work. I felt my head was light. I felt rejuvenated. I felt stronger to even be a better mother to them. I felt energized to be a better teacher to my students. And I felt stronger to be a better person for myself. Please breathe. You know what you want. You know how you unwind. Some people, when they want to unwind, they go and dance. Although I don't understand, maybe because I'm introverted, I don't understand the logic behind it. You are tired, but you want to go and do an energetic thing, and that's how you unwind. I don't understand. So maybe people who unwind via dance can help me understand. Is there nobody that unwinds via dance here? Oh, interesting. And after the dance, how do you feel? You feel better. As in, not better inside or outside. How does your body feel? You feel light. Interesting. I wish I could try that, but I dare not. If I even want one bear, I would need like 3 months to get back my energy, so I can count how many parties I've gone. I really do not understand it, but then that's a good one. So just know what works for you. Basically, know what works for you. Just know what works for you. Breathe. Create an emotional space. A safe emotional space for yourself. There was a time I was going through some issues in my life, and God was telling me something else. But the people around me were not understanding what he was saying. They were like, are you saying that I'm not a Christian too? Are you saying? I said, no, I'm not trying to say you're not a Christian. But this is what God is telling me. But what you're telling me is different. It's not a sin, but it's different from what he's telling me to do. You know, it was what he was telling me, and truth be told, it was sounding crazy. You know, sometimes he uses the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. It was actually sounding crazy, basically. But that was what he was saying. But nobody was understanding what I was saying. So at that point, I needed to create an emotional safe place for myself. I locked my door. I blocked some calls that I know that these people, when they call me, I cannot say no. So I blocked them so that they will not call me. Then I got out some words from the scriptures, pasted them in my room, so that when I'm on my bed, I'll just be looking at the scriptures. I'll be reminding myself of what the Bible says, and I was just there. I'll say, God, you're the one that said I should do this. So, and you know, I'll just commune with God on my bed. That was my own emotional safe place. And the day my answer came, it came also because the method he gave me was not the normal method that human beings normally would follow. It was something crazy. So the answer also came in a crazy way, away from the ways that humans would think that it will come. So when the answer came, everybody began to say, hey, and you said it all, that God actually said this. I think you don't need to explain. There's a word on the street, they say, avoid the odd to shalaye. Avoid the odd to explain. You don't need to explain. It's you. Create a safe emotional space for yourself. This is what works for you. Create a space, a safe emotional space for yourself. Do what will help you to be sane. Because if you go crazy, they'll tell you, oh my, that person is crazy. They will avoid you. Your mental health matters. So create a safe emotional space for yourself. Give yourself space. Sometimes your safe emotional space could be taking yourself out. Some of you that your love language is gifts. When have you bought yourself a gift? Or you're waiting for somebody to come and buy you gifts, and you say he does not understand my emotional language, or he does not understand my love language. Do you understand your own love language? Okay, now you understand your love language, that it is gift. Do you speak that language to yourself? How many things have you bought for yourself this year? How many things? No matter how small. No matter how small. How many things have you bought for yourself? You see that phone that you like? Have you bought it? Yeah, you see that phone that you like. Have you bought it? If you cannot buy it, save money towards it. There's a joy, a different type of joy that comes from this thing. It's my money. You know, there's something I used to do, and I still do it anyways. Sometimes I will just, maybe if I get a particular money, it could be maybe my first salary from this place, or maybe my money from this event, or you know, I name the money. I name it. And how do I name it? I can say, oh, I bought this with the money I got from this. So every time I see that thing, I remember, that time when I did this thing, that's when I bought this thing. Many years ago, when I just finished secondary school. No, it wasn't when I just finished secondary school. When phone just came to Nigeria, and people started buying phones, and I needed a phone. I did one job then, census. That was, what year was that again? Was it 2006 or so? 2006, yes. 2006. So I did census. And then they paid us. How much did they even pay me, self? I think it was 15K or so. Was it 15K? But then 50K was a lot of money because 50K was a lot of money. So they paid me. They paid 15. Was it 15K? I think the 15K was even training money or something. I can't remember. But out of the 15K, as I collected the money like this, and then I removed the one that I want to use to buy things for people in their house. I now removed like 6K and I went to buy phone. And then I'll look at the phone like this. I bought this phone by myself. You know the joy of I bought my first phone with my money. That joy cannot be quantified. It can't. So it might be a lot. There are different apps now that you do buy small something, or maybe or maybe you save your money. There are apps where you save your money, and as the money grows they will even add interest to it for you. Save it. Start small. Buy yourself things, especially if that is your love language. Get yourself things. If your love language is food, please take yourself out. It's not bad. Take yourself out. Eat. See, the Bible says a man that works and eats out of his work, it is the gift of God. Please, unapologetically spend your money. You worked for it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Spend your money. Even when you will save, even though you will save, yes, saving is good. Yes, it's good. Investments are good. Yes, I'm not saying you should spend everything. After all, a farmer does not even eat. As a farmer, you don't eat your harvest. You don't eat what you're going to plant the next planting season. So no matter how much you eat, you will still take out the one you will sell. You will take out the one that you will plant in the next planting season. But you will still, if you didn't say because I will plant in the next planting season and you will not eat out of it. Please, you have worked. Enjoy your money. Don't say our lawi is small. Are you for collecting 70K? Viewers. See, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Even if you collect 1 million, it's viewers. My own salary does not. I tell my colleague, I say my salary does not pass 12 midnight. That's the truth. That's the truth. Once the salary enters like this, that's why Yoruba call it salary. We just see it. We've seen it. It don't show. It show. Have you seen it? We've seen it. Salary. We've seen it. It does not pass 12 midnight because once it enters, piam, transfer piam. I see Nigerian money. If you 100K minus 20K is 4,000. Do you know that math? It's math, so mathematics. Take it from a mathematics teacher. Forget the method. 100K, as long as it's in this Nigeria, 100K minus 20K. Answer is 4K. Thank you. You are amazing students. All of you, you've gotten A. 4,230. The person even tried. The person that gave you change tried. The person has change. Because in this Nigeria, when was the last time you saw 20 naira? They'll tell you there's no change. Come back. And they'll tell you that, even if it's 50 naira, they'll tell you there's no. Even 100 naira, they'll tell you there's no change. Come back. They will tell you there's no change. Come back. So that's it. So you see, and that's why they say success is not a destination, it's a journey. So don't tell yourself, this 70K. When I begin to earn 100K, when I begin to earn 500K, I will begin to do this. Sorry, let me bust your bubble. You will not do anything. Because the more your earning rises, your responsibility rises. It's direct proportion. As one is rising, so is rising. They are both rising together. If care is not taken, it will not even be direct proportion. Because this one is rising. If this one rises once, this one will rise 3 times. So you have to be intentional. The key word is intentionality. You have to be intentional. I'm going to take care of myself. One of the things I told myself is, initially when I earn, responsibility. And then everything will go to responsibility. And then one day I told myself, what if I earn 100k less? After all, there was a time I was not earning up to this amount. What if I earn 100k less? Will I still solve the responsibility? Yes. I'll take 100k. If it is savings, I want to put it. I'll put it in savings. I look at it again. What if I earn 100k less? Will I still solve the responsibility? Yes. I might not be able to do as much as, but I will still solve it, right? I will do the ones I can do. I'll remove another 100k. What if I earn 20k less? If it is 20k I want to use to buy something for myself, I'll remove the 20k again. And after all the removing, the rest, responsibility, come and take. Because even if you are not working, responsibilities will come. So why are you stressing yourself? Even after you are gone, even after you are long gone, responsibilities will still be there. So why are we stressing ourselves? Enjoy. Because success is not a destination, it is a journey. So enjoy the journey, because you don't even know when you will arrive. You don't know when you will arrive. You might say, oh, when I start earning 200k, then I will start taking care of myself. Number one, you don't know when you will start earning 200k. And then by the time you start earning 200k, you don't know the responsibilities you will have by then. Responsibilities necessarily do not have to be negative. They are good responsibilities. But then there are still responsibilities. There are things you still need to do. And then by the time you start earning 200k, you not say, oh, you not shift the bar again. When I start earning 500k, I'll start. And then you not start earning 500k. You shift it again. When I start earning 1 million. And then you start earning 1 million. Then you shift it again. You keep shifting. You keep shifting. When do you want to arrive? When exactly do you want to take care of yourself? So intentionality is the key word here. Protect your mental health. The Bible says we should protect our hearts with all diligence, because out of it comes every issue of life. But I will recoin it and say protect your mental health with all diligence, because out of it comes all the issues of life. A crazy person cannot have money. If you're crazy today, you can't be aspiring to perspire. And then you perspire in order to inquire the desire. It's only somebody that is sane that can think about that. Protect your mental health. But you cannot protect your mental health when you don't know what works for you. I used to be a workaholic. I will walk round the clock at work, and I will still take work home. I will work at home again. I will still add it to my chores that I have to do at home. And then when everybody has gone to bed, I will sit up again. I will start doing. And then one day I told myself, you cannot continue like this. You cannot continue. After I finally dragged myself from laziness, I now I dragged myself from what I'm actually an extremist. I dragged myself from one extreme, then dragged myself to the other extreme. I said, no way. It will not. No. There has to be a balance. Even God is a God of balance. There has to be a balance. So I intentionally dragged myself back to the middle. And then I'll tell them in my office, whatever you need me for now, be saying it too. Because once I clock out of here, I am no longer a staff. I become a staff tomorrow morning. I will never take work home. That was my own way of intentionally not being a workaholic. Intentionally allowing myself to breathe. That was my own way. Say, whatever you need me to do for you, speak now or forever hold your peace. Because once I clock out, I'm no longer a staff here. I also have my own life. Because you have your life. Outside work, you have your life. Outside school, you have a life. Outside whatever you're doing, you have a life. You have a life. There are some people that it is when they hear that they are going to die tomorrow, they now look at their life. They've actually not done anything for themselves. We shouldn't have to get to that level. We shouldn't have to let life push us. There was a movie I saw sometime many years ago. The lady was told she was going to die, but fortunately for her, it was a false alarm. And then, you know, she had been walking, pulling heavy weights, carrying everybody, doing this, doing that, did nothing for herself. But when she heard that, she went to withdraw her money. And she's not ready for anybody to spend her money when she died. She withdrew her money, took herself to a fancy hotel, first class flight, did everything that she never did all her life. And you know, she had the life, she enjoyed the life of her head. Let me use that. You know, she enjoyed herself, gave herself the treatment that she had never given herself. And then, I think a day to the day she was supposed to die, the doctor called. I'm very sorry, it was a misdiagnosis. And it occurred to her, she said that, and it occurred to her that I had only been existing, I had not been living. And that's what most of us are doing. We are merely existing, we are not living. Ask yourself, if the world ends today, what would be my greatest regret that I did not do? You see that thing? Do it. Begin to live. Live. Seek help when you need help. Some people have been strong for too long. And there are times when, yes, you want to breathe, but you cannot breathe on your own. Even medical science understands that sometimes people want to breathe, but they cannot breathe on their own. That's why they have oxygen masks. They put people on ventilator and all that, or what do they call it? There are times when you cannot help yourself. Ask for help. Ask for help. There was a time I had to see a therapist. And even the therapist knew that everything she was telling me I knew already. Even though I did not tell her, but she noticed herself. And she was like, I'm very happy that everything I have to tell you is something you know and you're already doing, and this and in fact. But why you ask me, why did I see a therapist? I just needed somebody to talk to. As in, I know what you want to tell me, but I need to unburden. I've been strong for too long. I need to breathe. I don't want to speak to anybody that will put in familiar emotions. Don't put in familiar emotions. Oh, I know you and I know, no. I want somebody that would listen because they've not heard the story before. So they will listen and I'll be able to unburden and I'll be free. And after everything, she was like, I don't even know what to tell you because everything I want to tell you, you are already doing them. So sometimes, seek help when you need help. Acknowledge that you need help. Because it starts from there, acknowledgement. Know that you don't know. That is when you now begin to learn that, oh, I need to know. So first acknowledge that you need help. You need to breathe. You need somebody, whatever help you need, ask for help. Ask for help. Ask for help. Ask for help. You are not somebody. The other speaker said even Jesus was helped. Even when God, according to the Bible, even when God created human being, He took Eve to Adam, name her. Took all the animals, named them. Are you telling me God cannot name them? That's what they call Molomole Pioneer. Another person's child cannot kill another person's parents. Basically, I've done the one I will do. You to do your own part. Ask for help. You're not too, when you ask for help, it does not mean you're helpless. Neither does it mean you are useless. In fact, asking for help is a strength. Only strong people actually acknowledge that they are weak and they need help. Only strong people. So you asking for help is a strength, is a sign of strength that you are strong. So ask for help. Love bears all things. That's one of the ways you bear these things for yourself. Bear yourself. Love believes all things. Trust yourself. Trust that you can do it. Trust that you are enough. Trust in your ability. Trust in your voice. Trust in your vision. Trust in your strength. Trust in your purpose. There's some people, they will call them, come and do this. They say, Mike, so you counted everybody. You realize that they are not complete. You now discover that it is me of all people. No way. No. One of the things that has helped me to quickly develop myself over the years is that, I'm this type of person too. Because I am introverted, I don't push myself out there that who will do this, say, who are we going to send me, lie, not me. If I were to be in that meeting, I will not raise my hand. I won't put myself out that I want to do this. But if that responsibility drops on me, I won't turn it down. Even if I don't have what it takes to do it. I will go back to myself, call a meeting between me, myself, and I. And then I begin to ask us, which is me, myself, and I, how are we going to do this? And then I begin to pull together every skill, every resource that I need to do that thing. And get it done. It might not be perfect, but I get it done. And that's how, over the years, the skills I have been able to put together to carry out that task became a part of me. And that's one of the fastest way I've been able to develop myself. When I began speaking, I was not the one that said I wanted to speak. They said, hey, come. Then I was even very small. Hey, come and speak. I was like, me, when there are a lot of big people around me, say, yes, you, come and speak to us. And I just stood up and I spoke. Even though I don't know what I was saying. But I knew I spoke. Did I speak? Yes, I spoke. What did I say? I don't know. The first time I did a compare, I was just told, you're going to anchor this program, this and that. I was like, hey, okay. I pulled myself together, did the program, and everybody was like, hey, well, have you ever done this before? Everybody said, no, I've not. So this is my first time. Oh. And that was it. Trust yourself. You don't have to be perfect. You are human, remember. You are human, so you don't have to be perfect. Even computers are not perfect. I'm now talk of humans. So trust yourself. Cut yourself a slack, but trust yourself. No matter what you're doing, trust yourself. Even if it's the first time, trust yourself that you're going to give it your best. Give it your best and leave the rest to God. That's just it. But trust yourself. Don't put yourself down. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. The Bible says a doubter will not receive anything. So the moment you're doubting yourself, you're putting down yourself from receiving the grace to carry out that task that you need to carry out. So don't doubt yourself. The next one is love hopes all things. Love hopes all things. Hope never dies. Believe that your story is not over. No matter where you are, this is not the end. You know, there's this song I love so much. It says, we shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I really know that we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome. It says we shall overcome someday. That's what it says. We shall overcome someday. It's a hope. You're giving yourself hope. It go better. Everything will be alright. It will be fine. It will turn well. It's just like that now. Everything is going to be fine later on. Hope. Keep hoping. Trust that your story is not over. Trust that your future is meaningful no matter what you're going through now. There are so many of these great people. When you hear their stories, you know that whatever you're going through now is small. And if they could be great, who are you not to be great? Who are you? If they could be great, then just know that better days are ahead. Your journey is sacred. Everything is going to turn out fine. Everything is going to turn out fine. Your breakthrough is definitely, most definitely going to come. You just don't have to rush yourself. Trust the journey. Trust the journey. Love endures all things. It endures all things. And love never fails. Show up. Keep showing up. On tough days, keep showing up. On hard days, keep showing up. Don't give up. Consistency is the key. Keep showing. Even when you don't feel like it, show up. Show up. Believe that things can change. Trust that progress is possible. Keep showing up. I talked about a particular topic that was not entering my head. If I had given up, in the way I was able to understand it a night to the examination, I wouldn't have been able to. I wouldn't, but I never gave up because I kept telling myself, this question will come out. I cannot afford not to do it. This question will come out and I should be able to do it. Oscar Wilde says to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. Love yourself. You are the only one that cannot leave yourself. You cannot break your heart. And if you break your heart, you will mend it by yourself back. So it's the beginning of a lifelong romance. So love yourself. Remember that self-love is not an event. It's not an event. It's not something that just happens once. Okay, so today I decided to do something for myself, or I decided to put myself first, and that is it. No, it's not a one-time thing. It's not like a lottery or something that you just do once and then that's it. It is a journey. It's a journey that you take gradual steps every day. Baby steps. Don't be in a rush. Pick one thing that you want to begin to do for yourself today and start. It's a gradual thing. Perfection. It's not about perfection. It's about progression. It's about, you might not be able to afford iPhone 17 Pro Max for yourself today. That's fine. But what can you afford for yourself? Can you afford cabin biscuits? Maybe you love to eat. I have a sister that loves Paco biscuits. She loves Paco biscuit. Like, if it is that Paco biscuit that you love, buy it. You know, there are some times that apart from transport and feeding that I don't even eat out of it. But apart from transport, so let me remove the feeding because I don't eat out of it. Apart from transport that I used to take myself to work, there are times that from the whole of my salary, the only thing I eat is shortbread, because I love shortbread and Hollandia yogurt. So I'll just collect my salary, I'll just say, get me shortbread and Hollandia yogurt, and I will sit down and I will eat it, and I'll not give anybody. My children already understand. They know your own is coming, but you see, this one is not for you. It's for the person that works for this money. I learned that thing from my dad. My dad will cook and he will say, for my wife. And I'm telling you, we will not eat out of it. As many as we are, they will finish it in front of us. So even if we are going to taste out of it, my mom will be the one to, corner it. He will, if he sees it, he'll say, okay, bring it. He will collect it. It's not for you, it's for my wife. So I learned that thing. So I'll tell them, this is for me. So they know already. So sometimes the only thing I really eat out of my salary is shortbread and Hollandia yogurt. I'll buy the big pack and I will drink it and I will sleep. It works like an aphrodisiac for me. So I will drink it, I will sleep. By the time I wake up in the morning, I feel like a baby. I tell myself, yes, ready to face the world again. It could be as small as that. It doesn't have to be you buy yourself a mansion. By the time you can afford it, you will do it. But start from little things. Because if you cannot start from little things, then you won't do big things. There are people who can afford to buy themselves 10 mansions, but they will not do it for themselves. Even when they will do it, they will buy it for somebody. Number 1 for this, number 2 for this, number 3 for this. They won't do it for themselves. Because they've not learned the act of self-love. Also remember that self-love is sacredness. It's not selfishness. So because we're saying you should love yourself, we're not saying you should be selfish. Remember that the goal of loving yourself first is for you to be able to love others. But if the goal of loving yourself is just for yourself, then that's selfishness. Remember that at the end of that love, yes, you are the one in front, but at the end of it, you shouldn't be the one at the end. You are not the Alpha and the Omega. So why should be the one in front and then the one at the end? You are in front, yes, but humanity should be at the end. You are loving yourself so you can pour out enough love out to the world. So it is not selfishness. Don't get it twisted. Love is a beautiful thing. Thank you. And when you love yourself, you will walk with confidence. It shows in the way you carry yourself. Your confidence will be overflowing because you love yourself. You're not feeling. A speaker spoke about body shaming, and then when you now love yourself, nobody will body shame you again. If not, when they come, you give them aura for aura. You're able to give them from the abundance of your confidence. Because if you're not confident about yourself, you'll be crying instead of giving it to them. So when you love yourself, you will walk with confidence. You will speak with clarity. You don't mumble words. You say, I think that, because you are scared of what people will think. No. You will live with courage. When you're choosing, you will choose with wisdom. You will shine with authenticity. And then you will live with compassion. Because you love yourself, you have so much love to pass around. It's flowing. It's flowing like a river. So you have so much love to give. Because when you love deeply, the world becomes less heavy. No, it does not become a burden for you. Instead, life will become more meaningful. It becomes more meaningful to live. And you will become unstoppable. That's just it. So you need to remember that the greatest relationship you will ever have is with yourself. That's the unending relationship. That's the greatest relationship you will ever have. And that is why you have to nurture it. You have to honor it. You have to protect it. And you have to celebrate it. Don't forget the oxygen mask approach. You have to first put on your own mask so you can help others. I know we are busy right now, but I would like us to do a post-test. Post-test, everybody. Now write down 4 people that you love most in your life. 4 people that you love most in your life. Now let's write them down this time around. Is anybody ready to tell us who are the 4 people? Okay, let's go. 4 people that you...
I love myself.
Okay.
My mom.
Your mom.
My dad.
Okay.
My siblings.
Thank you so much. Another person who is ready to share with us. Yes, please.
My babe, my babe, my babe, my babe.
Your babe, your babe.
My babe is my life.
Your babe is alive. Okay. Interested. One more person. Okay.
Myself.
Okay, yourself, your mom, your babe. Okay. Now well done everybody. I love the fact that now we have seen the importance of loving ourselves. Now we are not just loving ourselves. So it's not just about I love myself, but you come first.
Yeah.
So it is you, then any other person, but you come first. Thank you very much for listening. And with this, I would like to pass on the mic to the next person. This is a trophy at this point, and I owe this trophy. Congratulations.
It's such an amazing evening to hear so much about about self-love. I know around this time every time you're asked 4 people you love, you know what to do, right?
Yes.
You people don't still know. You all don't still know.